G'day, Kyle here from Farmers Warehouse Singleton. I'm just at the Hunter Local Land Services demonstration site here at Singleton, having a bit of a look at how things are travelling going into the start of spring. Obviously, we haven't been able to have any field days here on site due to the COVID-19 situation that has unfolded over the past few months. Just a bit of an update, hoping to still be able to hold a field day towards the end of the year if things do seem to settle down. And I'm going to show a few videos walking through the demonstration site here today. What you can see here, we've got the ryegrass plots, which all look fantastic and need grazing. We're actually looking at taking this for silage once this rain event on the weekend passes, and just cleaning this up and getting it coming away again. I've got currently too much feed in front of the cows, so we're going to take the opportunity to make some good silage, and hopefully the weather goes in our favour. In terms of any differences at the moment, everything looks pretty good. We're going to start to see some of the annual types starting to run to head over the next 8 weeks versus our Italian types to the left here, continuing with good growth. Here we've got a fair few different varieties of chicory. All again are looking pretty handy at this time of the year. They did take a bit of a hit because we did do a clean-up spray in them. They had a lot of broadleaf weeds, which we've managed to clean out quite well. So they're looking nice and clean, along with the different plantains that we have here as well, and a couple of herb and legume mixes in this row here. All looking good, and they're really going to start to kick on going into spring. We've still got some of the perennial species here in the demo site from 3 years ago. So these are in their 3rd year. On our left here, we've got ryegrasses. Then we move into fescues, cocksfoots, and prairie grass. And prairie grass has also taken over the phalaris. There's a fair bit of prairie grass throughout. All looking pretty good. The cocksfoot and prairie grass are definitely kicking along, and some of the fescues are showing their differences in amongst the different varieties here and types. So hopefully they'll be something we can have a look at later in the late spring summer. So as most people would probably agree, this year clover has been outstanding throughout the district, and in the demo site here today it's no different. Starting here, we've got our red clovers, following through to a couple of different types of or different rows of white clovers here, into our subs, which have started to kick along. And then we move into our annuals, which are absolutely spectacular, doing their thing, which, were to be expected from those annual types designed for hay and that really bulky production. So a couple of different options here with arrowleafs and balances. So yeah, they're all doing really well, and showing their strengths at this time of the year. Here we've got the different Brassicas, leafy turnip and kale cross types in here. So a good mixture of different varieties. We've also got your Raphno Brassica, which is a new variety on the market from PGG. And also here you can see in head the tillage radish, which is getting a bit of a following, especially in the regen ag sector for its deep rooting bulb that it produces. Obviously it also goes to head far before any of the other kind of Brassica types. So something to keep in mind when you're doing that is, grazing management needs to be on key for you to keep that down from setting seed and possibly becoming a problem within your paddocks if you're not chasing Brassica. So yeah, it's done quite well, quite a good bulb. There is a little bit of insect damage, which, even in your legumes, your clovers and lucerne, we're starting to see aphids and things popping up across the valley. So keep an eye out for those issues and get onto them accordingly if needed. Again, we've got some pretty handy looking cereals here that are starting to bulk up. Yeah, they're all looking good. The wheat has started to get a little bit of rust in it with the wet conditions we've kind of had over the last fortnight. It's going to get cut off anyway for silage, and I'll probably come in here with a fungicide after that to try and tidy that up. But everything is looking really good. We're on this would be our fourth grazing if we were coming into here. So we've had 3 grazings and now going to take this for silage. So pretty happy with how all the oats have stood up. We never kind of took them down too hard, which is the key to get that persistence out of any oats variety, is not going down below the growing point. Obviously winter wheats are a little bit more forgiving with that, but everything is looking pretty good. The barley's just starting to run some heads, which is to be expected now. So we're just starting to see some heads form. So that's going to make some pretty nice quality silage anyway, going forward. Anyway, I hope everyone's enjoyed the bit of an overview of the local land services demonstration site. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up here soon in person and go through everything and look at where things are at. Anyway, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact the local land services office or myself. And if you have any questions about going into spring with spring options, and we'll try and help you out. And yeah, stay in contact, and hopefully see you all soon. Stay safe.